It's filming! How is it filming? Ooh, my hair looks like a mess. Hi everybody, it is Sam here with 50 Seconds of Shade. I am finally covering Project Runway Junior because why not? Project Runway Junior is, in a lot of ways, a lot more interesting than the regular Project Runway because the kids aren't as try-hard. Bitchy no, they're actually pretty bitchy this season, not in the least during this episode. This was their avant-garde challenge, which I think is weird, like kids shouldn't do avant-garde, that's just... Avant-garde, I think, comes from an understanding about the history of fashion, and if you just don't really have that understanding, like, it's really hard to like pull references to create avant-garde fashion. To create the future, you have to look to the past, blah, blah, blah. It started out with Tim Gunn fencing, which is about the most entertaining thing that I've ever seen in the world. This beast right here. This is my show. I'm just gonna pretend like you're not in the background. I'm just gonna do that. So anyway, they had to be inspired by like fencing, I guess, and like the history of fencing, which I just think is just weird. It was just weird. And anyways, I guess we can start with the winner. Congratulations, Molly and Tyler. This is actually one of my favorite avant-garde looks that I've actually ever seen on Project Runway. I think it's so polished. It was so cool. Pants were way too full, but the jacket was just incredibly amazing. I love that they used the two-tone gray. I love the piece up around her face. It really took the inspiration and took it into a modern, interesting place instead of just trying to make like a costume, which kind of everyone else kind of did. So congratulations, this is really a fantastic look. I'm not surprised, again, seeing it from Tyler, just because I followed his work and I know that his polish is like that. But it's really great to see that Molly is a very strong competitor as well. Then we have Chris and Renee. I love Renee because he's like this Christian Texan boy who's like, I'm really into bondage, and I'm sure his mother was like, I don't really know why they made a Rocky costume for their avant-garde look, like a Rocky drag costume. It just looks like something a boxer would wear. I don't really get it. Just not very avant-garde. Then there was Cartier and Izzy, who honestly I thought should have been on the bottom and maybe one of them should have been eliminated. It looks like a period piece more than an avant-garde piece. The blazer is not very avant-garde. The big poofy tulle thing on the blazer isn't very avant-garde. It doesn't look like there's something very avant-garde underneath it. There's just not a lot of avant-garde going on, and it just looks like I've seen it before, which is like the opposite of avant-garde. I probably would have picked one of them to go home. I don't know really which one. Then there was Ellie and Chelsea, who, again, this isn't really avant-garde. It's kind of like a sci-fi Hunger Games looking costume. Avant-garde is about like the future of fashion. It's something that we haven't really seen before. This is a very dramatic look. I can't take that away from them, but it just doesn't look very avant-garde. It is very well done. I have to give them that. It's very well done, but I just don't really see like this avant-garde thing. Certainly not inspired by Tim Gunn fencing. Finally, there was a Kai and Hawa. I really like Hawa. She seems like a total badass. It was a little uncomfortable watching her sort of get the villain edit this episode when I would have been frustrated by someone. Working in if you're working in a pair and someone just will not take responsibility for their work or like refuses to work with you, that can be really frustrating, and I completely understood where she was coming from. I don't necessarily think that this was the worst look on the runway. I think it actually was one of the better looks. I think it was one of the more avant-garde looks, but I can see where they kind of fell short. So I guess I would have sent a Kai home, but I don't know. Honestly, if you're gonna send someone home who has been in the safe middle and then the bottom and the bottom, really hasn't done anything yet that's been super polished, maybe Akai is just not ready for this kind of thing. Like, he seems like a very sweet kid and he seems like a very talented artist. I just don't think that his polish is ready for Project Runway Junior. And I say that as he was one of my favorites. He and Hawa were actually two of my favorites when I saw the cast. We'll see. He got the Tim Gunn save, so maybe that'll light a fire under it, but I'm trying really hard not to be bitchy because these are kids, so we'll see how long that lasts. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and if the Project Runway Junior kids are watching, thank you so much for watching. You have no idea how like thrilled I always am to communicate with you guys. Project Runway Junior is so cute, and you guys are all so freaking amazing. Please know that, no matter what kind of haters, including me, are on the internet saying otherwise. You're incredibly talented and amazing, and just you kill it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you next week when I be mean to more little kids.